What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Wanted to show you how I put together my wheel bucket, I call it, or kind of really my anything bucket. The old one I have has had it, so I'll show you guys. I bought a new one from Home Depot, and it's pretty easy to do, pretty easy to put together, and it's super convenient. It holds all your brushes, and the main benefit of not only holding your brushes, the fact that I look at it almost like wet sanding. So for example, when your bucket, I leave my brushes in a bucket while I'm using them with a grit guard in the bottom of it. That way it constantly cleans my tools that I'm using. And so I kind of look at it like wet sanding. Like when you wet sand a car, the beauty of wet sanding versus dry sanding, the water constantly cleans the paper out and keeps it super fresh. So I look at this as kind of the same thing. So what I do is I went to Home Depot and I bought one of these bags. It's a tool bag. The product number, I guess, would be 1000-053254. Super convenient product, and it has a bunch of pockets to be able to kind of hold all your tools and whatnot, and brushes and so on and so forth. So what I do next is I take a 5-gallon bucket. Any 5-gallon bucket will work. I use this for Purple Power, so that's just what I'm going to use because I have an extra one. So basically you look at this, the inner portion of it sits inside the bag, so that kind of drops in like so, and then you kind of want to feed it through here and pull that down. There you go. So, and you push that through like so, and basically the handle, you can see, sits in between this kind of open area here. So that's the first order of business. And then I think I got this buddy of mine, his wife worked at Wendy's, and so this is, I believe, a 2.5-gallon bucket. And so I would search for 2.5 or 3-gallon bucket, and then I drilled a hole in it. So what I do is, and then I'll jump to the next thing real quick, and then that way I can show it to you guys. So this is a grit guard. These are awesome. So basically these sit at the bottom of your bucket like so, and they're probably a few inches, maybe 4 inches tall. So in other words, when you stick, say for example, stick your brush in here like this, and you have it filled with water and soap, it'll constantly flush and clean your brush, and then all the contaminants will kind of drop below the grit guard and then kind of stay below the grit guard. That way it holds the sludge at the bottom, and then it keeps everything else that's suspended above it. It'll keep it clean. So with that being said, I take this hole and I line it up with the handle of this bucket. So I'll press it in, and this one's fairly new, so it's going to be a little stubborn, but I press it in there like so, and then I take the handle from the 5-gallon bucket and I kind of move it right on the edge of this 2.5-gallon bucket. And there's a couple ways you can attach this. I'll show you guys a product which I really like. It's called a gear tie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this product. These are phenomenal products. I've spent hundreds of dollars on these things, and what a gear tie does is it's basically like a wire with a rubber coating, and it can be maneuvered many different ways, and it'll hold its shape and form. So if you see how that goes, but what I use these for, and they come in various lengths and sizes, and what I use these guys for is like holding, say when you wrap an extension cord and you want to hold it together, they have ones that are 10, 12 inches, 18 inches, even probably longer, and you can wrap that up with a gear tie. So they're super convenient, and in this case what I like to do is basically I feed it through the hole in the let's call it the 3-gallon bucket or 2.5-gallon bucket, and then the 5-gallon bucket handle sits just on top of the 3-gallon bucket, and then I'll sit there and twist it like so. And then now you have the handle for your 2.5-gallon, 3-gallon bucket, and you can just sit there and pick the whole contraption up like that. So what I generally do is I fill the thing with, you can fill it with whatever soap, your favorite soap. For example, I use Dawn dish soap, and I'll use degreaser and say even like a laundry detergent, and I'll fill the rest up with water. And as I'm going around the car, I'll use all my brushes, and I'll dunk it in the solution, scrub whatever I'm, whatever product I'm, or whatever material I'm, say for example a tire. If I scrub a tire, I'll scrub a tire and then I'll dunk it back in the bucket. And that's kind of the purpose of this bucket, is mainly just an overall cleaning bucket, I'd call it. Say for example, you clean around your door handles, you clean around, your belt moldings, headlights, anything that needs cleaning, door jams. So I used to call it kind of my wheel cleaning bucket, but I guess it's really my anything cleaning bucket. So this is a super kind of awesome setup. That way, you can bring all your tools with you. I'll show you a few of the products that I use. One being a wheel brush, and then what you do is you can just set it in there like that. And then this is, I'm sure you guys know this one, it's the Daytona Speedmaster for getting inside your wheel barrels. We'll slide it in there like so. Your soft vinyl brush for cleaning wheels, you can put that in there. So anything. One other thing I'll show you guys too, if for example, so say for example you didn't want to use this gear tie. Well, another product I use, and I keep these in the side of the bucket. I'll keep them in, say, one of the little spots there, little pouches. I'll just take a zip tie. So I'll just run the zip tie through the hole, and then I'll zip tie it like so. And then I'll take a pair of cutters or dikes, and then I'll just trim it right at the edge there, take the tag end off, and then I'll leave the cutters in the side, and then that'll secure it as well. So that's one way. If you guys, say for example, wanted to make one but didn't have one of these gear ties and didn't want to go spend the money on them, cheap zip tie will work as well. So anyway, thought I'd show you guys this video. This is a super handy tool that I came up with, and it's super convenient. Like I said, you can pretty much line your bucket. It has tons of different slots for holding brushes and various tools, screwdrivers, even, I usually keep a screwdriver here, brass brush, that kind of stuff. So you could really put anything. I do have a whole box full of brushes. So this is, every job's different. So I'll load the bucket with whatever products I'm using or tools I'm using at the time. And then, each job is different. So depending on kind of how you approach it. But I wanted to show you guys how I put this thing together, because I think it's an awesome way to handle things, and I think it's something that needs to be shown to the world, and could be very useful for you guys. Well, at any rate, hope you guys find my videos of value, and hope you get something out of it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment below. You have any other things you want me to cover in a future video, or something you're struggling with, I'd be happy to help you out with any of that. So, and if you'd like to subscribe, feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.